Hello, good morning. What an absolutely amazing day as the sun is just streaming down. You know, there was a time where I spent so much time learning, I spent so much time studying, so much time looking for that aha moment that I didn't actually embody any of the material. So I'm reading all the time and I'm studying and I'm learning more about the mind and how the mind works alongside quantum physics. But there comes a point where you're thinking, you must have to think to yourself, am I actually doing any of the work? Because we can spend so much time just studying and learning, looking for more, looking for the answer, but the answer is already within you. Your studies should just complement that. But actually, the real magic is actually doing the work. So as I'm learning more about the human mind and how that works and how universal laws work, how quantum physics work, how living in fourth dimension works, there's no point in me learning that. It's not like at school, where at school we used to, you'd study so that you could remember for an exam, and then after that it didn't matter if you remembered it or not. This is completely different. This type of study means that you actually have to do something with it. So you could read your book and say, yep, I know what the imagination, how powerful it is. You could listen to a podcast. You could come along to a free training. You could do some of the coaching with me. But unless you're actually embodying it, you're not going to learn from it. You're not going to do anything. Nothing's going to happen. You actually need to do the work. I actually got into a place about a month ago where I was just studying all the time and just learning and learning, but I wasn't embodying it. And sometimes we just need to take a step back and realize that everything that we're reading, everything that we study, when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to changing the way that you think, is all about you. So it's actually just stopping, doing the work, actually embodying it. Actually do what the book is telling you. If it's saying to you, use your imagination, go in to your imagination, and that is where you're going to create your dream life from, then frickin' do it. That's what you have to do. It's all very well going, that's amazing, which I think we can all be guilty of that. You're like, yep, that's amazing, that's how I want to live. But then you don't do it. The doing is the work. The reading and the studying and acknowledging and getting excited because you see a different way to be, a different way to live, a way that you can manifest whatever you want. And that's all great. But unless you actually do the work and to make changes within your life, nothing is going to freaking happen. You're going to be in the same place all of the time. I actually took a break from studying more and actually started doing more journaling, started doing the work on me. So journaling, inner child work, mirror work, affirmations, and it's actually thinking, right, okay, I've learned all this, so now I'm going to actually can do it. And if I do it, then I'm going to see the changes. So it's all very well, as I say, coming along, doing lots of free trainings, learning more. But unless it's not going to work, so there's no point going away saying that was a load of shit because you've not actually done anything with it. The work comes after. The work comes after you've learned. So, if you're studying and you wanting to learn more about that and you want to take your studies further, absolutely dive in, but the work has to come from you. It has to come from within. So, like, there'll obviously be people that this isn't working. I'm not getting results. Well, that's because you aren't doing something. It's something, and that's what a coach can help you with. A coach can actually say, this is where it's coming from, because you can't often identify it yourself. I would never have identified half of the shit that goes on in my mind if it hadn't been somebody else going, no, that is not what we're doing here. You need somebody to show you that, especially at the very beginning of your journey, because what you think you're doing and what you are doing is two completely different things. And it's great to expand your knowledge on that, but you need to understand that the work comes from you, the work comes from within. For you to see any changes, it comes from within. Have an amazing weekend, whatever you're doing. And yeah, I'll see you all soon.